All right, what's up, guys? Here we are. We're going for a hand cycle ride today. Back on my talk. We're doing a hand cycle talk. Come along, let's have some fun. We're probably gonna lose connection here, but we'll be back. It's gonna lose connection for a minute because I'm connected to my Wi-Fi in my house. Once I leave my garage, we're gonna lose it, but it'll come right back on. Let's get it. Finally brought me something to drink too. Ooh, here we go. I'm excited, man. I love this hand cycle, to be honest. I need to do it actually more often. Got the Insta360 Go 3S on right now. You can see it right here. So we're gonna have some fun with this. Gotta be careful, man, because no one pays attention to me. So I got a flag in the back. You can see it. It's right there. It's not really a flag. The flag's gone, but it's still got a pole. It's got like an orange or yellow I don't know, flag part of it up top, so you can still see me. It's not like you can't see me. I'm sure it's gonna keep going in and out, but man, me pumping these tires up is a whole nother world, man. This thing freaking just glides. I love it. I gotta remember to pump these tires up, man, because when I don't, this thing rides like I'm running in cement. Oh man, I wish I could show you. There's a big lizard right here. Huge lizard just ran over there. Put up the gears a little bit, make it a little harder for me. So today we're gonna do a couple laps. I don't even know, maybe 14. Maybe even a marathon. What's a marathon today? 26 miles, I think a marathon is. We'll see how things go. It's pretty hot already right now. I kind of left a little later than I'd like. I got kind of more of a freedom today. I had to train a client early this morning. Again, I run an online personal training business. I ran it. I've owned it for over 15 years. Yeah, man, helping people, obviously able-bodied, people in wheelchairs, just, get stronger, whatever their goal is, lose weight. Feel better about themselves, have more confidence. That's the number one thing. I've done so many videos about that, man. Having confidence with a disability is so crucial. And obviously I think having confidence for anybody is actually, very beneficial. The more confidence you have in yourself, the better you're gonna feel and the more you're gonna wanna do things. One thing I do wanna do is I should put a weighted vest on, but with the backrest, it's gonna push me forward, and I'm so tight in this little bike, the way I have it set up, that, it just wouldn't be comfortable, so. Here we are, though, man. This is, I love it out here. I love this sun hitting me. I was born and raised up in Michigan, the north, always snowing up there. I mean, it's hot right now. It's in the summer months right now. It's only like 2 months will be nice. Then it gets to be cold and snow's gonna start again. I'm so happy that I live down here, kind of in the southwest. In Arizona, I was in Texas, but I moved to Arizona and I just love it here. I love the hot weather. I love every day waking up. You can see in the background. Look at that blue sky. It's so good. It's so awesome, man. It really is. So yeah, today we're just gonna be coasting along. I'll be talking about my, journey of just, staying active, man. Having a spinal cord injury. I just did a video, it sucks. It really does sometimes. A lot of times, really. the way I have to use the bathroom, the things that you gotta worry about. It's a lot different than what you would think, to be honest. Having a disability, having a spinal cord injury, there's so many different feelings, things that you can't control. You know, back in the day, I used to let that all affect me. And I used to just be a mean person because I was just so angry at life. I finally kind of grew up, I can say, you know, and I got over it, really. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some days that still bother me, but I try to do the best I can, to be honest. And, you know, things like this, being active and, you know, having a regimen every day. Today, like I said in a video before, my training is, I train with weights every other day. So I train with weights, and then I take a rest, and then I train with weights again, and I take a rest. So it's like every other day. I'm always taking a day rest. But on my rest days, some days like today, I try to stay active. So I'll push with my weighted vest on in my wheelchair, or I'll do what I'm doing right now, go for a hand cycle ride. And it is so bright out here, I can barely see that screen. That's crazy. It is bright. I love it though, man, I really do. Such a, like, you kind of know every day, you know, that you're gonna wake up and you're gonna have a nice sunny day, blue sky. It's just so rewarding. It really is. And obviously, you know, I had to work to be where I'm at right now. You know, it took me a while to get where I'm at in life and to live, obviously, in the area where I wanted to live. Obviously, I live in a area that's a little more expensive than I would like, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? There's really nothing else you can do. Nothing's fair. I wish, you know, housing was freaking cheap and groceries were cheap and bills were cheap, but that's not the life we live in anymore, man. This shit's getting expensive. Houses are going up. Everything's going up. And then again, like, this area that I live in too is really awesome for me. They have like this, you know, trail that's really accessible, really, and that's one reason why I love this area, to be honest. I could live in different areas, but man, probably for cheaper too. But I love this area right now, man. I love the people that I live around. I love this, like, you know, like I said, how active this community is. Very active for me. I'm a very active person. I try to get that across to everybody. That, you know, if you do something like this, it is gonna benefit you. I'm going uphill right now, so I'm clicking down into a lower gear to make it easier. And you can tell, like, I don't know if you ever heard about like different zones of cardio and stuff, but like I can still talk. I might be a little bit winded, but I'm not so winded or going so hard that I can't talk to you, you know? So I just try to stay in a certain, like, we'll say zone, or, you know, average of, you know, being able to still be able to talk and stuff, be a little winded, can feel my heart pumping, you know, things like that. Like I said, today's not a day where I'm trying to go all out, you know, hard as I can. It's an easy day. Active recovery. I don't want to stress my body out too much. I just want to get a nice stimulus in. I believe in daily movement. Daily movement can really benefit you in your life, no matter what your situation is. Such a pretty dog. The dog's beautiful. Hi, buddy. Go, coast is clear. They have bike lanes and stuff here. I still stay out of the street, man. I don't trust people. Like I said, I've been trailing with Hit a couple times. Hey, appreciate everybody coming in. I hope your day is great today. Getting a nice little workout in, man. Relieve some stress. Gonna make it a little bit harder. This is kind of more flat ground. It goes up and down a little bit here and there, but when I'm going uphill, I downshift into a lighter gear. And then when I'm going, more flat, I put it into a harder gear. Yeah, man, this is so good. I'm already starting to sweat. I love it. Love that feeling. Like I said, man, it's all about finding a regimen. Not only daily habits, daily routine. Stick with it. If you fall off the wagon here and there, it's okay. Just jump back on. That's my saying. Jump back on the wagon, man. Don't stay off the wagon for too long. Don't feel bad about yourself because you overate some food, or you ate food that you think is not healthy, or you didn't stay on a regimen of exercising and putting in workouts and being consistent. It's okay. Just jump back on. That's the difference. Doesn't matter, really. It's just the program or anything like that. It just matters of trying to stay consistent as the best you can. That's what's beneficial. Yeah, you see there's still the cactuses in the back. This is like a nice trail, nothing but cactuses. We're gonna take this all the way around, so we're gonna go behind all these houses on this trail to the main road, and then we'll ride the main road. Down the main road, I'm gonna have to do like a video or even a live. I'll have to do a live or a video of going down the trail on the main road. There's like workout stations that you can work out with your body weight. And what I'll do is I'll just obviously have a weighted vest on to make it a little harder for me. But there's like dip station, there's like areas to do push-ups. I do them in my chair. On an incline. I do pull-ups, things like that, man. It's really awesome. When I first ever started getting into, fitness again, of being in my wheelchair, I started off at weights, and then after a while, I got into like kind of like a part where I just wanted to do just body weight and challenge myself in different ways. Hey, I appreciate everybody coming in. I can see your comments, but again, it's so small on my phone, and it's so bright out here, I can't exactly see what you're saying. So I just want to say thank you so much. I appreciate your support. I appreciate everything, man. I really do. It means a lot to me. I don't know if you guys can see, but I try to follow everybody back on every social media, no matter what. Even if I had 1 million people, I would be that person, because I feel like, hey, if you support me, I want to support you in some way. You know what I mean? And even if you don't have an account, or you don't, have any videos on your YouTube or even on your social media, I try to follow you back. Sometimes I don't follow some people back that don't have videos, because I just don't know, if they're a real account. There's so many fake accounts, and there's so many girls trying to get you to follow their OnlyFans page. So it's like, man, I need to make my OnlyFans page, really. That's what I need to do. I need to make an OnlyFans so people can support me. You don't have to be dirty either on your OnlyFans. You can just do an OnlyFans where, it's like I said, OnlyFans, fans that want to support you and help you, and you can tell them like maybe more personal things. I put a lot of stuff up on my social medias and things like that, but I also try to limit some things. And if I obviously made like an OnlyFans or anything like that, and people supporting me more, like if you subscribe to me on my Instagram or things like that, I go above and beyond for things that you want, helping you out. I studied exercise science and science nutrition in college, and I still study it and do classes online all the time, because I just really believe in that, man. It's definitely changed my life, who the person that I am today, 23 years of being paralyzed. And it's definitely helped me. Let me turn up the volume a little bit. Maybe you can hear me a little bit better. I don't know how the volume really was, but turn it up on my phone. I think you can hear me better. I'm not sure how long we can stream for, because I charged my phone this morning. It's probably like at about 88%. But when you're streaming, especially on my 2 different platforms, I'm on Twitch and YouTube, it goes pretty quick. It dies because of the streaming. So we'll see. I bought that little, like, I don't know what it is. It's like a object that connects onto my hand cycle, or I can put it on my chair, and then I can hold my selfie stick that holds my phone. So that's pretty cool. All right, so we just hit a mile, 7 minutes, which I was going pretty slow, but I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about just putting in, let's see how this battery is too. Won't show me the battery. This battery's pretty low too. We got like 49%, so my watch might die too. I know I always forget to plug it all in at nighttime, let it charge up throughout the night. To be honest, I'm bad about that. I gotta write down like things all the time to remind myself what I need to do. If I don't, then I just forget it, kind of overlook it. Morning. Morning. That guy's smoking a cigarette freaking on a motorized electric scooter that has a seat on it. I got a guy in a wheelchair, my buddy, Zach Rule. He flies around on a nice, electric stand-up scooter, but he puts his, he buckles his wheelchair to it, which I probably need to get one of those. Those things are expensive though. They're like $500-600. Not cheap, man. You got to kind of worry about life expenses, you know. I don't have that extra money right now to spend on anything like that. I bought too much stuff putting on credit cards, and you got to pay those credit cards off. So it's like, yeah, I need to. I'm in a stage right now where like I'm getting better in shape. To be honest, like I said, I've stayed in shape for a very long time. I'm 41, been paralyzed 23 years. I've exercised and been working out since I was 12 years old, probably even younger than that, to be honest, but I'll say 12. And, throughout my whole time of being paralyzed, I've stayed in shape. And, a lot of people say, oh, it's so harder in a wheelchair and stuff. And, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, it maybe is. But here's what the hardest thing is. The hardest thing is staying consistent, staying dedicated, staying disciplined. Discipline is really, doesn't matter about how motivated you are. I don't give a shit how motivated you are. Got a helicopter going over top of us, very loud. Have a good day, sir. That'd be cool to drive one of those. I've always, I play my video games like that. Like you're riding an airplane or a helicopter. Up is down, down is up. Inverted. Yeah, I know, it sounds weird. But when I learned to play Halo back in the day, I got the controller handed to me and it was inverted, so I had to learn how to play inverted. Now, my coordination of my hand movement and stuff is so just like in sync with that movement, up is down, down is up. I can't play any video game without it being inverted. But anyways, back to what I was saying, staying active, fuck the motivation. No one's motivated to do stuff. I'm not motivated to do this every day, but I'm disciplined. I know how beneficial it is for me and what it will do for me in my life. That's the difference. And again, some days I don't feel like doing shit. And I don't do nothing, man. I still try to do the best I can with my nutrition. So I've ate 80% of, we'll say clean-ish, and then 20% of whatever I want. Pizza, burgers, tacos, whatever. Doesn't matter. Morning. The difference is I still track my calories. Everybody says, and there's a lot of people out there saying, no, you don't need to track calories. It is hard, and it is kind of bullshit sometimes, but I've tracked my calories, and I've kept track of what I've been putting in my body and how many calories, no matter what I've ate, and I've stayed in shape. I'm paralyzed from my belly button down. I don't have a lower feeling of my lower abdominal than that. There's people out there in wheelchairs that say like they have the quad belly. A quadriplegic higher up, they can be paralyzed from their neck down, chest down. And then there's things called parabellies. People have like a paraplegics, they have parabellies, they call it. Well, here's the thing. I've had a parabelly too. But the difference is I learned how to control my calories. I learned how to track how many calories I'm putting in my body so I didn't gain weight. Because at the end of the day, to lose weight and to not have excess weight on you is really all about calories in, calories out. There is no fucking special diet or nutrition plan. Now, I will say, so everybody can understand this, there is a difference in the kind of micronutrients and macronutrients. That's fats and carbs and your nutrients like vitamins and all stuff that can make your body look differently. I look good now. I posted a couple pictures. I'm gonna post some more right now. But in 2 months of me being on a stricter, leaner nutrition, still tracking my calories, watching what I'm intaking in my body, I'm gonna look way different. And all that it takes is a little dedication, a little bit of discipline. It's not that hard. The only hard thing is I will say it again, is doing exactly what I'm doing. Sacrificing a little bit. Not just being as comfortable as you would like. And eating whatever the fuck you want. It's just not that way, man. If you want to have a certain physique, you're going to have to work a little bit. It's not going to be just that easy. You know? It's just not going to be that simple. You're not going to be able to just eat whatever you want and just look the way you want. Now, I've ate what I wanted and I've stayed in a good shape. But now I want to take it to the next level. And taking it to the next level is a little bit more dedicated, a little bit more sacrifice. It's just part of life. I feel like me doing this only makes me stronger in life to handle whatever hardships that come, at me. That's just living life or being paralyzed, whatever the frick it is, really. You don't have to get too fancy about it, but I feel like it's just gonna make me stronger all the way around. And that's why I'm doing this again. I'm not trying to get into, bodybuilding show or anything like that. Oh, which I'd love to do, of course. I love bodybuilding, man. That's what helped me be where I'm at today. But I'm gonna dedicate and sacrifice and get myself back in that kind of shape. Because even though I said I didn't want to work that hard, it doesn't matter. I do want to work that hard because I want to show myself that I can do it. I want to show myself that no matter what, life's hard. So if I can do something hard like this, it's going to help me in other areas of my life. Trust me, just because I'm not eating cake, candy, drinking soda, eating pizza, burgers, tacos, doesn't mean I'm never going to do it. But it's also not going to kill me not doing it. I'm not going to die. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I can't have something like that. Like, I can still have that when I want. But I know by sacrificing and, doing the best I can to stay on track, it's only going to benefit me more in my life. It's going to make me stronger mentally tougher. And that's what I want. There's a downhill right here. You can see we're just coasting. Gotta be careful, man. Like I said, people don't pay attention to me. That lady coming to my left when I crossed that walk back there, she was moving kind of fast. Kind of scared me a little bit. I didn't know if she was gonna slow down, but I kind of tried to speed up real quick. Whoa, sorry about that, buddy. I almost ran over that damn lizard. Those guys are just running around here everywhere. They're huge. Some are small, some are big. But that's the thing I hope I get across to people, man. Life is not fucking easy. No matter what you want to do in life, no matter what your situation is, marriage, anything, being in the best shape of your life, it comes with some dedication, it comes with a little bit of discipline, it comes with some sacrifice. And I'm okay with that now, man. I am. Because when I said, in a video before that I just didn't want to work that hard, it just resonated with me, man. I was like what kind of, pussy am I? Nobody wants to work hard, but I need to show people that a little bit of sacrifice and stuff can go a long ways, and that's really what means the most to me. So I'm gonna do it. Give me about a month, 2 months to show my physique, and I'll post a picture of me with my wife beater on, my tank top on, in my garage working out yesterday. And then in a month I'm gonna do it again, probably with my shirt off at that time. Should be more feeling confident in my body. I don't look terrible now. I look pretty decent, but I'd like to look a lot more shredded. And like I said, it's gonna take a little bit of sacrifice, a little bit of dedication. If you look at all the nutrition plans out there and the people that are actually in great shape, they eat leaner foods to stay leaner, man. It's just part of it. So for me, I like to do certain like little, I like to always kind of like to do it a little bit differently. I'm that kind of person. I don't always want to follow the rules. So I already know that I could get in great shape by just following a nice like bodybuilding plan. But I'm going to switch it up a little bit because I kind of want to see how my body's going to respond to this. So I'm eating more cleaner carbohydrates. So I'm going to have higher carbohydrates, medium protein, lean proteins though, they're lean. They're lean sources. So my fats are low, my protein's medium. They say you want to get in about 1 gram of protein per body weight of your lean mass. So whatever weight you want to be. So say if I want to be 165 pounds, I'm taking 165 grams of protein. I'm actually not even taking in that much. I'm taking in probably about 100 to 120 grams of protein a day. 350 to 400 grams of carbs, clean carbs. So we'll say carbs can come from things like, sourdough bread, oatmeal, which I don't really eat oatmeal a lot. It just makes my stomach feel bloated because there's so much fiber in it. I try to get my fiber through my carrots that I eat with my meals. So we'll say, oatmeal, and there's obviously all kinds of fruit. Fruit is still a carbohydrate, just a simple sugar. White rice. I'm not a big fan of brown rice, man. It doesn't digest in my body that good, so white rice digests faster in my body. Plus it's better for me. I like it. It's a better taste, to be honest. Potatoes. You can't load up the potato. You can't put like bacon on the potato. You can't put sour cream. You can't put butter. You gotta have it more plain, salt and pepper. There you go. That shit will taste great with salt and pepper. You don't need all those other condiments, to be honest. So I'm gonna be eating stuff like that. Oh yeah, cream of rice. So it's basically rice just grounded up. You make it into like a kind of like a creamy slice, kind of like an oatmeal. But the creamy rice settles with my stomach better. Plus, I've got this stuff that's very flavorful. So even eating leaner, it tastes like a fucking dessert. It feels like I'm doing something wrong, to be honest. See, she didn't pay attention. The person right here looks like they're gonna hit me. Woo, it's dangerous. I did a video about this. This is gonna be the death of me. Trying to stay active and enjoy a nice bike ride out in the nice sunshine. People are just gonna freaking not even pay attention and hit me, man. It's scary. But yeah, like I said, so I'm on that journey. I finally have hit it. Morning. Finally have dedicated myself to this, and I just said, fuck it, you know what? I don't need to feel comfortable eating, staying in my calories, because I can still stay in shape eating whatever the hell I want. I've tried to show this so much. When people say, I can't enjoy this food, that's bullshit. You can't enjoy all that food, and I don't even feel guilty about it. But now I'm in a stage where I'm gonna make myself sacrifice a little more to be in that better shape that I want to be in. Because again, it's not about for anybody or for a show or anything like that. It's for me. It's going to make me feel better about myself. So I can already feel it. The thing about the higher carbs too, I feel more energized. I feel fuller. When I was back in bodybuilding, I would cut my carbs out because that's how I was taught. I was taught to cut down the carbs to be more shredded and up the protein. But I looked like a little fucking skinny dweeb on stage. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. For me, I look like a skinny dweeb. I lost a lot of muscle in that time. But here's the thing that I've really done a lot of research on, and I've kind of studied. Our bodies work off of glucose, glycogen, which is carbohydrates. And that's our main energy source. So, keeping that a little bit higher, I feel like I have more energy. I feel like I'm fuller. My shoulders feel fuller. My arms feel fuller. My back feels fuller. I do feel like I have a lot of energy. I don't feel like drained. Also, some of the protein, having a higher dosage of protein, makes me feel kind of bloated. It makes me feel like it feels heavy on my stomach. So having a nice moderate protein grams of protein a day and higher carbs, like I said, I feel like actually my body's working a little bit more. And again, I'm still staying in a certain amount of calories. We'll say about 21 to 2,300 calories a day that I'm eating. Still staying in that range. This person's looking totally left and not looking right. Yeah, you didn't even see me there, buddy, did you? And it's just, like I said, I would never tell anybody to do anything before I tried it myself. So I'm not telling you to do this nutrition right now. I'm just telling you this is what I'm doing for myself. Kind of doing like an experiment on myself. I've done, so many different nutrition diets. You name it, man. I've done keto. I did keto for fucking 6 months, 17 months. It was great, don't get me wrong. I did low carb, high protein. I've done, no carbs. Even for a bodybuilding show, I did nothing but like vegetables and lean meats. Fucking got shredded as hell. But I felt like my energy was down. I got cravings where I just wanted to kind of binge out because I felt like I was missing out on foods where my body was craving for some of those foods. But with the higher carbohydrate, I don't feel like that. I don't feel like I'm having those cravings, to be honest. With the carbohydrates, it's filling me up. And it's making me not have those cravings. Because, if I want like a little craving, I'm not gonna lie. So like I'll put like, no fat, obviously, jam, strawberry jam on some sourdough bread. And that kind of gives me like my treat. The jam alone is carbohydrates, on top of the carbohydrates from the sourdough bread. I don't really eat any other breads. I don't eat white bread. I don't eat wheat bread. I eat sourdough bread. It's more, it's a different grain. And if you read the research on it, the sourdough actually helps with your gut health. Again, it doesn't feel heavy and weighted on my stomach, especially being paralyzed. Like I said, man, to live it, just, you gotta sacrifice and dedicate a little bit if you want to reach your goals, whatever that goal is. Nothing's fucking easy in life. You want to make more money? You better freaking work your ass off. You better sacrifice. There's always something to achieve something higher than what you're trying to achieve or what you're at. Like, nothing's really given to you. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a 1% out there of people and things like that were born into money. We're born into having a great, genetics. I know a guy still to this day. Back when we were in high school, he was fucking jack shredded. Ate whatever he wanted. McDonald's, fucking candy. And I could kind of do that stuff too when I was younger and stay in shape. But now that I'm older, no way. But he's still doing the same stuff. Smoking cigarettes. Freaking, eating whatever you want. Drinking on the weekends or drinking all freaking during the week. Still in fucking great shape. Listen, that's a 1% of people. Not everybody can do that. I wish. But then I kind of don't, because I like having the sacrifice and the dedication of doing this, you know what I mean? Coming up on your left. Thank you. So that's what it really was all about. It's all about just, working hard, man. It's one thing that I've learned, especially being paralyzed, man. Nothing fucking comes easy. And when I say about that, it's not even about getting stronger or being, in better shape. Shit, to put my socks and shoes on, to get dressed, to hold my balance on the side of the bed when I used to get dressed before I used to fall on my fucking face all the time and freaking cry because it was so hard, man. I hated it. I really freaking drowned myself with like alcohol and just pills and things, just trying to numb the pain of my life of what happened to me. And then I got to a point where I started to get a little stronger, but, still abusing those things. And now me being sober, I really feel like, shit, this is like one of the best things for me and showing everybody else, like, hey, it's sacrifice, It's another thing, too. I feel like I'm a burden on certain people because they want to go out and have fun and party and drink, and I just don't want to do those things. It doesn't entertain me. It doesn't make me feel happy. I just don't like being around it. Because it made me do bad choices when I did it back in the day. And I feel like I'm a burden on that because people are like, people don't want to be around people like that because society has accepted that drinking and doing things like that is like okay, it's cool, it's fun. Well, really, it's not, man. You're putting poison in your body. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Read all the nutrition facts on any alcohol. Anything that says alcohol is fucking healthy for you, that's all bullshit, man. Just like the internet's bullshit. When people tell you like, oh, here's a workout you can do to get you a six-pack or get you big and jacked. Do those workouts all you want. Let me know in the comments or anybody anywhere. Let me know what you guys have. Hey, if that's got you jacked or not. It's a little bit more than that, man. Some people can do that stuff. So, and you got to remember, the internet will show you and tell you anything that it wants to for you to believe it. And there's freaking studies out there that can prove anything is right or anything is wrong. There's a study for anything and everything. Just like there's things now going around saying ice cream's healthy for you. Man, look at all the shit that's in ice cream. It's not healthy for you. You know, and I used to enjoy that stuff too, don't get me wrong. But I realized it just wasn't benefiting me in my body, in my mood, or even in my physique. I want to look good. I want to feel good. I want to be able to perform at my highest potential being in my situation. That's what I want. I don't want, things that are easy, to be honest. I want to be things that are hard because it's going to make me, whoa, see, I almost just went off that, I almost went off that gear down there and I almost fucking had to freaking fix the damn chain. I got to wash that. I can't go to the last gear on my down there. There's like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 gears, I think. Can't go to the last one. I gotta keep remembering that because it just falls off. But back to what I was saying, man. That's really where it comes down to. It comes down to me ranting right now about this, and it's the truth, man. It really is. Nothing's easy. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take this back trail, and we're gonna come the way we just came up. We're gonna go backwards now on that trail. We are at 5.35 miles. So we come back around like this, that'll be 10 miles right there alone. Marathon's 26. Let's see if we can hit a marathon today. Think we can ride 26 miles? I don't know if I'll be able to stream though the whole time. Because like I said, I think my phone would die. I can't see it, what it says up there. If it's freaking how low it is, really. This damn screen's so small, man. That's why I wear glasses, guys. And if you look, they're freaking thick. Because I'm blind as a bat. It's one thing I did not get, man. I wish I could have 20/20 vision, but I don't. I have 20/20 vision with glasses on. But without them, I'm blind as a bat. But, hey. No matter what, man. That's what I want to show people in life, man. In my situation, yes, it sucks. And I get some fucking crazy comments sometimes. Yeah, you're right. It does suck. You guys look at my threads, dude. There's some crazy comments on threads. But yeah, it does suck in my situation. And I do pray to God. But you know what? Doesn't mean a miracle's going to happen. I've been praying to God for over 23 years, and I'm still fucking paralyzed. Still can't feel my legs. Still got to pitch through tubes and stuff to use the bathroom, so... Yeah, I'm not saying anything about, God and anybody's belief or what you believe in, because I believe in what I believe in. Whatever gets you going, whatever keeps you going, whatever makes you happy and believe in the faith that you need to believe in. That's what I believe in. So, yeah, back to my rant. Here's my rant. We're ranting it up today. I got my little Go 360, man. This thing is awesome. It's so cool. I can do like different scenes, which is really cool. Which that's what I like about it, because it's so small, and then just magnets right there, which is really cool. Having this little thing, man, it cost me a little bit of money. They're all like $400, $410. A little bit more than I would like to pay for it. And yeah, I put it on a credit card, so I got to pay that thing off, which actually it's paid off now, I think. But now I, obviously put other things on there. Yeah, no more getting credit cards from me, man. It's just like you fucking just keep running and buying things. And I really don't need to keep buying things. Again, you gotta sacrifice, man. I keep telling myself that. Sacrifice, Josh, to be where you want to be in life. You know, having a little more money, having other things like taking a couple trips or a couple adventures. Like I want to do an adventure for YouTube and a live riding across the United States. Basically doing like a United States tour where I go to state, living out of my Jeep. I really want to do that. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be unique. I think it's going to challenge me, take me out of my comfort zone, obviously. And it's like an adventure, man. Like, who wouldn't want to do an adventure like that if you can? Again, you know, I'm going to have to, you know, build up some money and things like that. Nothing's fucking free, so gas money, and obviously, you know, I will have to get a like a hotel every so many days, like probably every 3 to 4 days, so I can use a bathroom and, you know, take a shower, obviously. But I could take a shower, you know, probably like in a lake or something. But, you know, how am I gonna use a bathroom? Using a bathroom in an outhouse kind of sucks. I could do it in a rest area, but it's free. But in my situation, I have to use the bathroom. It's a little bit more complicated than that. Like I can't just get on the toilet and take a fucking shit. It's not that easy. I gotta use things, and you know, it takes time and stuff like that. So it'll just be more comfortable. But again, I gotta be able to get some of these credit cards down, so then I can, you know, run them back up. Doing that adventure, right? Maybe get some good content though, showing you guys how I maneuver and do stuff like that, being paralyzed. So one thing why I stay active and I work out, man. Now again, don't get me wrong, I've always had the motivation, because I won't say discipline. I had the motivation to work out since I was a child. As I got older, I had to get more disciplined because the motivation just wasn't there. No matter how fucking motivated I was. Like I was motivated 4 months ago to get back on the bodybuilding stage. My motivation went out the door. So I had to get disciplined, finally, for myself, not for a bodybuilding show or anything like that, for myself, to be in this better shape that I want to be in, you know, be more jacked and ripped. It's not about doing it for something. I always felt like if I tell myself I want to do it for a bodybuilding show, I lose that interest. It's just like anything else in life. If I wanted to be stronger, if I wanted to be more independent, if I wanted to have more confidence in myself of having a disability, living with a spinal cord injury, I had to work hard for myself and dedicate and be disciplined to do it. I had to realize that nothing was easy. When I wanted to take the easy road, I just didn't accomplish what I wanted. So sacrificing and making myself work towards something, I feel like for myself, I get to keep telling myself that and tell anybody, because at the end of the day, it's all it is for. It's for yourself, man. No one cares what you do or how you look. When you die, no one's gonna be like, oh man, Josh Rucker, that guy in the wheelchair, had a spinal cord injury, man, he was jack shredded. They're gonna remember the good person that I was, the motivation, you know, the inspiration I'm giving people, the courage, the damn rant talk that I'm talking right now about how you have to sacrifice to get to where you want to be. That's the stuff that they're gonna remember. And, you know, that's what I want people to remember me by. I don't want people to remember me by, oh, he was an asshole or he was mean, you know. I was mean to my family when I was in my earlier, you know, days of being paralyzed. I was mean to a lot of people, to be honest. I was so just miserable and with life and just pissed off at everything that I took it out on everybody. And some people still remember that. Some people still look at me like that's the person that I am. And I just kind of makes me feel like, oh man, that sucks. Because I don't want to be remembered by that. That's not how I want to be remembered. motivation and showing you how to be dedicated and sacrifice and be disciplined, because it can go a long ways. And you don't have to be crazy. Please understand that. You don't have to be like so dedicated that you can't even live a life. I've been there, man. Almost got divorced from it. My ego alone still to this day almost gets me divorced, man. Or, you know, live an uncomfortable life. Like, it's not easy, man. I'm not telling you that. Nothing's fucking easy. I'm not trying to say like, oh, my life's so easy. It's not at all. It takes a lot, man. It does. It takes a lot to be where I'm at right now. Coming up on your left. You're welcome. Oh, pretty doggy. So, you know, that's what I wanted to get across to everybody. Trust me, my life's not fucking perfect. I can be a better person still to this day. I'm still trying to work on it. You know, I'm letting you know that I'm still trying to work on it myself. Still trying to be a better person, because that's what I want to be. And just understand that everybody lives their life. Hey, that's fine. And I live the way I live. So you have to accept that as much as I have to accept the way everybody else lives. And it is. It's fucking hard. And everybody, you know, with your health and eating the good food and the food that's delicious. Like, again, that's where I'm at right now. I'm like, okay, you know, I don't need to be as comfortable eating all that stuff. I'm going to sacrifice for me and dedicate myself and be disciplined to be able to sacrifice and not eat some of those foods that I just enjoyed while I was staying in shape. Because for the next level of where I want to be, it's going to take a little bit more. And that's okay. It's not like I'll never eat candy, soda, you know, pizza, tacos, burgers. But until I get into the shape that I want and look the way I want to look in the mirror, I'm gonna dedicate myself and be disciplined to do that. And then once I get into that shape, if here and there I want to enjoy some of those things, it's not even gonna affect me. It won't affect anybody. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Love me or hate me, but I'm telling you the truth right now. Just because you ate fucking cheesecake, pizza, and burgers one time doesn't mean that's how it got you overweight and not to look the way you want. You know what did that? The non-stop doing that, eating those things that are not good for you. You just kept eating those things, too much of them. Because again, I've been eating all that shit for years and I've stayed in shape and looked pretty decent in the mirror. Not obviously looking the way I want to look, but that's 7 miles right there. But still looking good, still having cuts, still being in decent shape. Well, you know, that's the thing about America. People think like, oh, I'm overweight because of this. It's not. It's just, you're not moving enough. You're not being active enough, and you're eating too many damn calories. There is no special nutrition plan. You can literally lose weight by eating McDonald's every day. Not saying that's good for you. You can literally lose weight, even lose 100 pounds by eating just cupcakes and Twinkies every day. Now, you might not look exactly the way you want to in the mirror with your muscle tone and everything, but you can still lose weight and lose a lot of that excess weight on your body. But again, the thing about those foods are they're higher in calories. Those things are way higher in calories. If you have a certain amount of calories that you're supposed to take in. So here, I'm going to give you guys the easiest way to do this. If you're 150 pounds, your daily calorie intake should be 1,500 calories. Just add a zero. 1,500 calories to keep you at the weight that you're at. If you want to be less weight, you got to eat, well, just say 100 less calories. So 1,400 calories. Now, not one day, because it's going to take a whole 7 days for you to lose 1 pound of body weight on your body. That's a reasonable fat loss journey, man. People that say they lose like 10 pounds in 3 days, well, how long are you going to keep those 10 pounds off? Because you can go eat something, you can go drink 2 bottles of water and gain all that fucking weight back. to be honest. So having a regimen for 7 days straight will keep you on track and be where you want to be. So 7 days, say I eat 1,400 calories, 100 calories lower than my maintenance to keep me at 150 pounds. I lose a fucking pound. So now I'm 149 pounds. And then you do that again for the next week, and you lose another pound. So now you're 148 pounds in 2 weeks. You lost 2 pounds. So again, your body's gonna realize what you're doing eventually, and you're gonna have to up your calories for maybe a couple days, and then go right back down to where you were. Because our bodies are very unique, man. They work in ways that they will, like, if you see the people that are like on Naked Afraid, they don't eat for like 2 weeks straight. They lose weight. They lose a lot of body mass, muscles too. But you don't want to lose muscle, because muscle is what keeps us going, fighting diseases and sicknesses. The more muscle you have, the actually healthier you are. So no matter what, that's why I always say about strength training. Now, you don't need to lift weights where you're going to hurt yourself, but you need to lift a weight, whatever weight that is, for a good amount of reps and sets that's going to make you force a stimulus on that muscle that you're trying to work. That's what that's going to do. So that's how you want to do it. This guy's not paying attention. I'm glad I stopped, man. I was gonna go right when the light turned yellow, but we're going straight uphill right now. This is a workout. We'll be all right, though. I got it in the one lowest gear before the lowest gear. It's the guy that patrols these trails, keep them clean and stuff. We're gonna stop here for a minute in this shade, and we're gonna take a drink. I forgot that I had a drink with me. There's electrolytes in there. There's dextrose, which is basically like sugar, but it's a powder sugar, kind of. It's a simple sugar. Fast energy, because remember, when you're sweating, you're sweating out sodium, magnesium, potassium. You're not just sweating out water. People think it's just water. Taste your sweat. It's very salty. Tastes salty. That's why, because you're sweating out those minerals. So when people are like, I need to drink more water to be hydrated, you're really not hydrating yourself. You're just actually making that filter through your body more, which is helping you to pee out more minerals and vitamins that your body actually needs. So you're actually dehydrating yourself even more. You need to put some kind of electrolytes in that water, salt, sodium, things like that, man, because especially if you're active, the more active you are, the more sodium and stuff you actually need. They say take 500 milligrams of sodium before and after training, because that's how much you get rid of. You get about rid of 1,000 milligrams. That actually tastes good. I could probably just drink the hell out of that, but we don't want to drink too much. I finally got like a thing, and it's like I got a little connector right here to hold it onto my lap, because usually it falls off my lap, but this thing hasn't even moved. So I'm very proud of myself that I actually remembered to do this today. So we got this thing just sitting here. Oh, there's a nice view right here of this person's pool, man. They got a cool pool in the backyard. Wish I could afford a pool. I'd love to get one, man. I'm not a big fan going somewhere and going in the water. I used to do it all the time. I'm just not that fan anymore, man. I'm not that kind of person. I'd rather have my own pool so I could do it, you know. I think I lost you for a minute, but hopefully we're back on. I got like reminders and stuff on my phone telling me like when to eat and, you know, things like that. Like I said, I lose a lot of thought. I got so many thoughts in my head to doing things, man, projects and, working and doing things like that I forget a lot of things that I'm supposed to do, or like taking my vitamins and things like that. So I just have like timers on my phone, reminders. They keep reminding me throughout the day to do the things. Just helps me stay on track, man. You got to figure out and find what you have to do to stay on track. Whatever that is, it doesn't matter what anybody else says or says you have to do. You got to find what works for you and do that. I'm not telling you to do things. I'm just trying to help you along your journey or your life to, give you reminders or give you, ideas of how I do it and how I stay on track. That's all I'm trying to do. Yeah, so for some reason, I can only go on TikTok Live with my platform of Streamlabs on my laptop. I can't do it on my iPhone. I can't do it on my iPhone, and I can't do it on my freaking iPad or something. It just won't let me. So I might need to do a live here in a minute on TikTok. Like I said, I like to just get on different platforms and kind of inspire, motivate people there. Try to get them, like I said, all this information that I'm giving you that I've learned over the years from my own experiences, really. Because that's what it is. It's about the experiences that you have done. You can't give anybody advice if you've never done it. You can't tell someone to lose 100 pounds if you've never done it yourself. I've lived with an overweight family. My dad actually took his life. My dad committed suicide because he was so much overweight. And I lived that my whole life with him, helping him out and helping him get dressed and stuff. From when I was little to everything, It was a terrible thing that happened, to be honest. But he was sad, man. He had a lot of depression, and I understand that, man. Because me being paralyzed, and I've been in situations where I've overtook medicine and, tried to tell myself, I hope I don't wake up and stuff because my life I thought was so hard, or I was just mad at life, I was depressed. I got hurt when I was 18. I was like unstoppable when I was 18. I felt like I could do anything and everything I wanted to do. I wanted to go to college and play college football, and everything got ruined. It all just stopped. Obviously, life had a different path for me, which I don't understand why that kind of path, but it is what it is. I guess I can't really do anything about it anymore. I just got to do the best I can with my situation. And hopefully I help people and help them along their way. As much as the hate messages and comments I get all the time, I get so many good comments and so many good people that reach out to me and tell me I've helped them out so much. And they're freshly injured and them watching what I do and so that has helped them. And that's what it's all about. It's all about that. That's what I want. I don't want to be famous and rich. If I ever got more famous on my platforms and had millions of people that follow me, I would help out more people with things I can do. I just watched a video of this guy from Love Island. I think his name's Chris. He got famous and he played overseas basketball. And somebody asked him to get a picture with him. And he said he couldn't do that because he didn't want to charge them. He couldn't do that to them. If you're charging for pictures for your fans or people that, have made you famous or popular, that's terrible, man. Fucking shame on you. Shame on you for being that person. I would help out organizations. If I had, say if I made tons of money off all my social media, which I make a little bit of money, but to be honest, it helps pay my bills. But if I can help you out, I will help you out. I will help you out, man. I am that person. But if you burn me, or if I know you're doing things stupidly with that money, like family, I know if I give them money, they're going to do stupid shit with it. They're not going to do exactly what they told me they're going to do with it. I'm not giving you money. I'm sorry. Because I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb. I know what the hell people are really doing, man, with their money. You can just see. You can see by what you're posting on your social media and things like that. Like, come on now. Morning. But I will help out as much people as I can. But if I get burned, I've got burned quite a few times, man. I'll stop. That's the end of it for me. Morning. I look outside all over the community. There's two older generations of people seniors, man. Those guys in their 60s, and they're out here walking in the street. That's fucking awesome, man. I love that. I love seeing stuff like that. And obviously they see me, I'm in a certain, creative bike, my legs down in front of me and stuff, and I got a camera that I'm talking to, they're like, oh my god, look at this guy. But, yeah, like I said, man, if I was someone that was, made a lot of money off social media, that'd help out a lot of people, I really would. I do that now, but like I said, man, actions speak louder than words. So I can see, I'm not a dumb person. I can see by what you're doing and what you're posting online and stuff that, if your actions are actually speaking as what your words are, then none of this would be going on, and, it would just be a little different. When someone says they want to lose weight and stuff, and then I see them out drinking and, just eating whatever they want, well, it's kind of like, okay, well, I'm done giving them advice and helping them out, because they obviously don't understand. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that's bad, or not saying, hey, you're a bad person. But again, I've said it how many fucking times in this video. Nothing comes easy. You gotta sacrifice and do a little bit of dedication. And you gotta have some discipline, man. Like I said, I learned that myself. People look at me like I'm the oddball because I love to exercise and I love to, sacrifice foods here and there. And some people say, oh, I seen you eat this. I seen you eat, tacos or burgers, and I see the stuff you eat. I seen those challenges that you do. Those don't happen all the time. You don't see the 90 or the 80% of what I'm actually eating every day, day in and day out. But I've showed it in my videos, showing you I'm eating eggs, beef, rice, potatoes all the time. Those are my main foods I eat. Vegetables. I actually don't eat a lot of vegetables. I actually probably need to eat some more vegetables, to be honest. Fruit. I eat a lot of fruit. A lot of oranges and stuff. I don't really eat bananas. They kind of make me feel bloated. They're high in fiber too. They're good. I'm not saying they're bad. They're great in potassium. Actually, a potato has more potassium than a banana. But again, I just do the best for me, and just I've learned this all myself. We're at 8.87 miles right now. Let's go, man. We're gonna go for another round. And what we're going to do is we're going to go backwards again. So we're going to come up to this area where I'm going to go back and come back around. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way to the main street and then come up my back street and then come backwards back to this route we're on right now. But we'll be going that way. I like to just change the directions. Like I said, there's some parts where we're downhill, uphill. So it's just like going both ways is kind of more challenging. Yeah, so that's kind of my rant today, man. I like getting on here, especially on this bike ride, and just kind of ranting to you guys, letting you guys know. 9 miles. Just where I'm at and what's got me to be where I'm at right now. It has not been easy, and it still isn't easy. I sacrifice and fight every day to be where I want to be. And to be the person that I want to be. I'm not saying I'm always, perfect, but we're going to come right back to this. We're going to scoop all the way around and come right back up to this. Right, like I said, the opposite way. That's what I want everybody to understand. I just seen that guy, like there's a bush right there and I couldn't really see him, but I heard it a little bit, so I stopped, and I'm glad I did. I probably could have been a little hit right there. That would have been my fault, to be honest. But they got the bushes right there, and it's hard to see, to be honest. So, but hey, another day, God's with me, right? I was talking about it earlier. Hey, that's my faith. God was with me. Whoever, if the real God or not a real God, I believe in what I believe in. Thank you for being there, man. I'm still alive, so still living to live another day. But it's been a great stream so far, man. I appreciate everybody. Like I said, hopefully I've inspired and motivated you somehow, some way to live your best life, man. Remember, life is not easy. Life is not, simple. If it is for some people, then I praise you, because I wish it was for me. Everything that I have achieved in life, I've sacrificed it, and I've, worked for it. And I'm going to keep doing that, and I'm I'm just trying to get stronger and stronger as I get older. I'm 41 right now. When I'm 51, I hope I'm still talking to you guys and I'm still in great shape doing the same damn shit. That's what I want to be able to do. You know, the person active man out jogging is so awesome. I love this community. But yeah, I'm going to sign off here in a minute. I'm going to get on TikTok, do a little stream in there, because I don't know how much battery I got. And I feel like I've been on here pretty long with you guys. Another 5 miles or 10 miles I'm going to do. I'm going to do on TikTok. So if you want to check me out, man, go over to my TikTok. It's Joshua Rucker 01. Oh, 01, not 01. 0 O's in the alphabet. Morning.
Morning. How are you?
Good.
Good.
So I appreciate you guys hanging out, and I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much.